Mau de kala toma de kama kiti kata pa mau be ga jaga jiga bokale gudo be bokaga ga o pe de gbazado le ko do fo nyigba taganyanya tonse blaliji atawe fa mau nya Jehovah ebe ya ye nya gudu woli agbape fu mo pa to e pepe se ga yuda jata ye nya glagada ma do bo to bibinu e to me nya fo nko ye nya Jesus nenya gbe adoa ma mi da for juma ati ogba ba go gbo se
bet my day I travel home mako. Is there no casay? Unim sana na dan kwaku for da Roma. Ye bedi train e na fa nsuo so.
Onya so bi.
E bedi train na fa nsuo.
$1, 1 CD. In the time of Mills and Mahama, 2 CDs, $1. If I was them, I would say to the people of Ghana, I am sorry. We are sorry for the poor work we have done. We're going to go and think about ourselves. But that is not the people we're dealing with. The fruits of office, the money under the table has become sweet for them. So they're determined to stay. Are we going to allow that to happen? Are we going to allow that to happen? In Kufuor's time, one of the people who advised and helped him develop a strong CD was my running mate, Muhammadu Bawumia. Then he was deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Papa ye brankasa ema ye hunamane ekom nyame nko anenim na nado amamu onye kra wa ma ye ho siri ye sika ye nya bi na nado me do nyame papa no ye fun oye pani nto de ye nyi ho ni mfiri o de aye 7 papa no ye wicked na ni timu ye din onwe abatan ho papa ye bro ye brankasa.
This is one of the things that will go up definitely. Kinky and bread. This one. You see the fish here? This fish used to be sold from what my colleagues did. But let's start with the kinky. This bottle of kinky here. You see here, used to be sold at 1 cedi. 1 cedi. This is last October. Today, this one is 2 cedis. We bought it for 2 cedis. So we have 4 cedis of kinky here. So that tells you a story already. Times are hard. 1 cedi in October, 2 cedi in February. Think about that. This is 3 cedis. Is it? 3 cedis. And we used to buy it for what? And last year by June, 1 cedi 50 pesos. 1 cedi 50 pesos. Look at this. 3 cedis. So that is the story. This is going to affect you. Moody's, S&P, and Fitch downgrade directly affecting you. Your kinky is going to be affected. That is fundamentally the story I want you to appreciate. Because you've been hearing Fitch, Moody's, what does it mean to you? This is what it means to you, has an impact. Government can't cushion you. Fuel prices are going to go up. They can't do anything because the fiscal space is constricted. And so you're going to be paying more. 1 cedi in October, 2 cedi in February. 3 cedi now. In June, we're paying this for 1 cedi 50 pesos. That's the story of kinky, by the way. And I love kinky. I'm Ghanaian, so you know what I'm talking about. But what about bread? Those of you who like bread, this is bread. Huge loaf of bread. This, by the way, is 10 cedis now. 10 cedis in February. Do you know how much it was just last year in June? The lady we bought it from said last year he was selling it for 7 cedis. Today, she's selling it for 10 cedis. I am not saying it is because directly of it, because that was recently done, by the way. But what I'm saying is, going forward, it is going to get worse.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise, oh freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See you fights and run away.
God is our fighter. Africa. Mama. 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 God is our fighter. Africa. Mama. Mama. 100 today. God is our fighter. Africa. Mama. Mama. 105.
Yes, of course, a very good morning to you, a very good afternoon to you, and good evening to you wherever you are watching me from. The name, of course, is Dr. Rena. Greetings to all freedom fighters on this platform. Greetings to Fix the Country conveners. Yes, indeed. Our Father, God Almighty, shall see us through. Even though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, even though we walk through the valley of this dictatorship under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we shall not be afraid, but we will forge ahead and speak truth to power. Minyano mamunyamo akwaba edino ensesan edino Dr. Ren. Who share me a free united kingdom. And I no pay a way anadji mesrewa bomodiana tnasi because many Ghana need this year. Your friend Mr. KUMI OWUSU ANSAH. Eba between komo afa Ghana economy no. Abranti amene babedin komoi ana papa ya amene babedin komoi emra Akufo-Addo na ban ne bae no omutunkra ebo modern afre no senkomba number beboa no wonto to nioma yi no ntimi hwe emboa the new patriotic party administration no enam na nyame som ene a friend is saying other commitment bi o won UK nti wentimi amfa na ho de ne nyansa ankwankwankoboa the finance ministry no na me encha de wode na no asem atodwa efa Ghana E-LEVY hun sensem ye economy hun sensem waka nsem ne bebre ensem a waka ne de sebio obese ene no ye de be di hun komo ne ebusebusa no de nti a wo keka ensem a wo ka no ne na ohen newspaper bebre no a o ma publish ne numu asem notable among them the Insight newspaper Mr. Kwesi Pratt newspaper said the policy on E-LEVY is bad for economics. According to our senior learned brother KUMI OWUSU ANSAH. Entia nebe busebusa no the kudenti a workers solutions ben wo and answer only the problems no or highlight here. Edian wakafa oman Akufo-Addo na ben sene tie enti ebomodiana yensa eka no pepepa. No ebetwe nkomo. Now before that no so my main kind will say still Aya Oliver free Oliver still no hashtag no eguso mama yama a friend saying Twitter no enya more a friend say NG a friend saying free Oliver no en momodiana NG enyini Twitter no so between no and I say and per se beba but send your tibia no ebehunu senior ebe ye didn't come no afa Master wa bomodia just fasten your seat belt na na payment no pay no. Ye twetwe nkomo na ye ni nkomo fa nko ba bi e beko. Sisi ye na ye nim say E-LEVY no amanfo me ka kire mu na no say ye bomodia abomodia ahye eye celebrities fo bi echi. So omonko radio station, TV station, no monko tumfutrongu Ghana fo ade chef ani. No monka say yenji E-LEVY ntum aka kire wo. Uye obi na wa bro kire abo. This is the time so wo fa wo phone now from ma me ne unuanom e wafi now ka no kra ne kire wo mo say E-LEVY ye gi tumu a ebema Ghana kra no kire say ho be kire ye because enuoma esi say ye bomonia na ye tu ho anamo no Omampani Akufo-Addo enye so obetu hu anamo na enso wo pese ogi sika bebre wakwa yesa the sport child, the sport brat akoda bia wasai bia no de bia no wosu akyere na wofo epesika efa do friend say adokodoko de efri abusua wo na enso say abusua ka kyere say wonye nuoma bi esefata ansa na aboa ne ahwe ama ne sika anase atonnuoma wo pa manwa abafra no empese wo ye because that child no a sport child or a sport brat and until they be no pay only on his terms. Without his terms, no, wo time no dear, one no be say yen chile obiara on chile obiara until say no a friend say asem ono dia to anim no wonya asem ono dia to anim no a de wo sisu say oyeso wo ye no onye dia na Dr. Ren make edi esiso make esiso said E-LEVY who sends me by parliament if it last year be seen still E-LEVY year pass here because ni pardon be breno e parliament no wo mutim no so say there be E-LEVY year evil levy ye dey ba sign Ghana for kom akekere Ghana for anya de pa na embom no sebiu enkebe ya yensi enyoma bebre ahokwan sane ye betimi ama ye friend say wo mampanyini Akufo-Addo so why serious say opeso wo solve the problems of the Ghanaian no develop the country there some of the needed a friend is saying and someone paying for your economists bebre no and badrim ba for freedom fighters to face the country for ye push area to amampanyin for enim no say ko mo hwe no muntu ho anamo no wo muntu anamo ba ko friend is saying cutting wasteful expenditure. Cutting wasteful expenditure. Obebusa se brofo kese ya maki asechire ne sen. Asechire nyina na ye ba kope. Se sebio ankre no ye di konsuo no abo ahina. Sa ankre na abo ahina ne ntino. Ye sere wo mampani Akufo-Addo sen wonsi ankre no ye di ko ensuo no. Wonsili ano se ne ye konsuo a ensuo no ensone enye de engu fom. Na ye sebio be se yakwa nsuo no yakwa ya adwuma no na enso adwuma na yakwa ne sebio ye nya ho mfaso. Number 2, ye can wasteful a friend say expenditures here ye Kenya. Ebi a friend say enche ebeko edua the economist man London School of Economics and no wakọ no school wa bini ye pa wo hwe article or the bar bontene or highlighting problems any solutions wakika ni nyina no a enche Yebeko, but the amount for the so say, I don't know President Akufo-Addo etu ekwan eko up and down. Not still no amount for a no person E-LEVY free ho. Now can say be on taking the advice to say Ramaphosa, the South African president, wapa European summit, or for normal private a friend is saying normal plane. What they buy. Young Konya Kochia senior Kumi. Senior Yawakawa.
Yeah.
Now to say.
Nyamiadum now so
what the other room I will say a storm Eunice Nendra or hardwine storm Eunice Nendra or hardwine my car be crazy baby aqua bonua my chest say but apart from that everything is okay.
Oh, thank God.
Senior wait there yeah me say what that because I'm so a very busy person yan share a year as same way minim a wo na the article we ba bontene.
Yeah,
now, senior, we be say article out the Bible until the policy on E-LEVY is bad for economics.
Yeah.
In Chemubaya na senior.
I think that Mechia will be to start with, and also Mechia or Dr. Ren. I mean, we've known each other for years, isn't it?
Yes, senior.
You know, I think it's well. The whole issue about what I was trying to say regarding this particular article was the fact that E-LEVY on the battle on I think the last November, and I mean we all tune in live from into Ghana's parliament, and then you share the finance minister and the better abontin. Or can send be regarding so many policies. But so far, no, it look like they estimated so many attention, and I say, I capture attention more. E-LEVY now or the other two abontino. Now E-LEVY now or the other two abontino. One, the entire still in fact you share in Tokwe see or parliament. I mean, they call it the effect. Now, Osha, the entire ecobanesano was one. E-LEVY no, Osha before any budget be presented. There's always something the finance ministers, and what they do is they identify the stakeholders. Our budget may be affected or more. And then they call these people into meetings, and then they allow them into the budget to get their buy-in on what is being presented before the budget itself comes out. So that anytime a budget near be presented, you realize that those people, they are not really surprised. Say, our budget. And this is what every finance minister, even in Britain, in America, whatever, this is done everywhere. But in this particular case, nothing like that was done. I don't think that I can find some people even crime, because in Ghana, we have economists, we have political scientists, we have financial analysts, we have business entrepreneurs, and all that. Were all these people consulted before the budgets on E-LEVY itself was presented? No. So they say, and in Cuba, young papa is senior economist, but quite nim Ghana papa even came out, suggesting say E-LEVY, is not the right thing to do, because one, it's not only on the money government in the person will raise it per se, because we fear so far your country borrow money to the point say in the per capita on one person in Ghana more higher. And they say when we go out there to go and borrow, so they say, and the government was trying to find a way to raise money, and one of the ways or realizes so use was E-LEVY, because of the mobile money accounts and who use to do your businesses. But I think, say, if he had consulted a bit more on that particular issue now, we would have even helped him to even identify ways how we can raise to start paying off the debt our country, rather than say or capture. But because he knew, say, the E-LEVY was going to be a big issue, or the Betua now be our engine to know, was the reason why perhaps or man make his your friend is saying consultations, Obia Onyansa ni bia na say any economist and any political analyst in the country will tell you, say, even though E-LEVY was a viable tool or waiting you to the risk, but the timing of it was not the right thing to do, because on one budget, as he was presenting the budget, or can be said, COVID-19 has actually, kind of exposed Ghana's the vulnerability of the Ghanaian economy. It is the same. Now, quite be beer down to the point. Say, your friend is saying, COVID-19 a break yen, and I expose and says, the economy they be a dead or more. It's not actually, something that I'm saying. You bet me a near be until say your government nankasano, they've come out to look inwardly, and let's also use your tools be a work to say agriculture and those strength areas of strength that you have your one any any man and no any bit me use near the raise sika for your mind is see. Now E-LEVY imagine say your tio Obi akoye adwuma ye tua neka na sai sika no eda na account mo na say okay say also oyi sai sika ni bi dia ye sa de we na fe sai sika no bank ate so sika dada Bank a unit the so. Niema bebree wo hon ma sika no has been affected. Now fe okoyi sika no dey assign yes ade ni bioma. Now fe E-LEVY is almost like a double slap. Sa sika no. Now most of the time no o ma be hit you kese sebe omo nji sika kese na afi nso omo ma start your ma small something we call small businesses no. So these are engines of the economy. Engines started hitting oma. Wo economy now you have prospect, bright future for the economy, no. Any ideas now the band that E-LEVY no has undermined that progress. There's no way I'll be to achieve that. This is what's going on. 1801 E-LEVY, a attack on the economy itself. And two, also technology. You develop what we are saying. Government in the about to try to promote STEM education in Ghana. Our technology yet part of it. So E-LEVY way is also an attack on that.
Not just me try no senior. Me tell we are. Opeso say a kwankra Ken Oforiata finance minister efa so a what the even cry no budget ne ba bonten cry no. One said that broader consultation. Because in your brothers consultation, a friend is a stakeholders, no, I say, and your man can say, could me share a budget.
Exactly. Because what happens is, or minor, a woman say, the politicians no, someone the enemy man, but or minor, and yet almost no move or minor per se. So they say, or minor bay, ye, politicians, no more or minor ye. A amount for any businesses are hold work. I work on mining the economy. It's no politicians, no. The fact say you may see honor doesn't mean say everything has to be done by them. So they say, and yes, I'm common for advisors, common for other near there. Most of budget no the better about or your consultation was so many areas, but on the E-LEVY he didn't. He didn't. And the major factor because Ono can say he is going to make sure that the economy will recover. But if you are going to make sure that the economy will recover from COVID-19 and all those I mean, budget or the better honor and what post pandemic Ghana per se. Because the E-LEVY itself has undermined that particular move no person or you know. E-LEVY no the person raises because one you had Bobo you say individuals who as say Ghana that you want to raise money, we can show you how ways to raise money without going out there to borrow, without also inflicting pain on your own citizens. And
ways to a friend is saying raise money, no. A friend said a man for be no esusu say obi to say A+ mo any some other a friend is say MPP for echitafo bebre no esusu say E-LEVY no de enka e ba ya nka engine tum because yanje antumu a yentimi em building roads yentimi em fund for free SHS we had the nano the minister for roads and transport Amakwata I think Kebeyan came on the NG E-LEVY. E-LEVY ni betimi aboa metria contractors. Amount for be brain so the man what to MP before echita for the no as you say E-LEVY way there see etua because o man bia na etua tax. Nti adent na Ghana nkwa de ye pese e boy din ye tax net. Na yetumi ma amount for be brain no atua tax no. Na yetumi eboa e de ma economy no tumi gina na so a nipa dom bebre no aka so womuntia na a friend say do one also say enkeyentua na yetua ebeboa because we don't want the situation whereby ebeko IMF wo akọ pep bosia free wono ma kire ye de esika no sankofo no wuji sansem we ne say.
Well, you see, in a way, they have a point, but it's only up to a limit because your friend is saying this is not the first time I introduce the taxing system in Ghana. Taxing system has been there since from the baptism of John. And all this issue, I won't say, since I introduced a taxing system, no, And also what can we show? So what can we show? To say it's okay, so far since I started saying the taxing system near the these are the things that we've been able to achieve. Anything at this no. So far it's been pain after pain after pain after pain. And one way they say no, ya bobo siana ma yapem. And I've been see a taxing system I see UC as part of a union so no. You move be a scanner for ubisa internal revenue service. They can't give you any proper figures to back anything. It's a question of minor. They say no, or minor that was say will be a political party.
Minimum say Kobe bawo or side that I say minya feedback be.
I'm saying nyako.
Oh, okay.
Nyako.
All right then. Any maniko.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Enti the omo kano. They can only make that point as a way of trying to introduce the E-LEVY. And E-LEVY, so let me tell you something. They say Ghana no be bigger than the politics. And to the point, say E-LEVY way, even though me who say NDC phones were out about criticizing E-LEVY, no. But my news says E-LEVY almost pass here. NDC for bad, there's no way they're going to abolish it.
So I said we get here so much me abolish it.
I don't know. It's part of some of the things they will tell the ordinary people so that they can end their vote. That's what they are saying. But that is not the case.
There's a politicians. You're the Ghana for drinking any Dutch any abrabo dia grow.
I know it's been like that. NDC bar, Mrs. Opa market. Let them pass this E-LEVY. NDC bar, there's no way they're going to abolish it. They will not. Because it's also a way they identify but at the end of the day, no, E-LEVY, the time for it, is wrong. I would say I will against it. I will be rather in favor for it, but the timing of it, is wrong. Because so many things need to be put in place for us for the ordinary people in terms of employment and other things, If those things are not there, I'm telling you, E-LEVY will not achieve the kind of future we want to achieve.
Now, senior, young call a year assembly so. Now, before no can say E-LEVY is attack on the economy. Now, my main paraphrase assembly okay. I say no. Say where's Nibu you to say yes. Obesie adroit in our Benin and in their womb. Now, as some person can in say, Oshemu out to me say, the finance minister. No. Now, let me just even paraphrase. So, unfortunately, the MPP government has turned this on its heads. Mr. Oforiatta's argument on E-LEVY reflect an 18th century cartoon which shows the central state of the dreadful monster gorging itself at the dinner table on all the taxes it can grab. Meanwhile, its poor relations, all poor because of taxes, but also poor in the sense of needing special treatment, are viewed as drain on the state, depicted in Julian Hoppett's book, The Dreadful Monster and Its Poor Relations.
Yes, the reason why I'm a cancer, and it's solely true because me used to quote me from some words be a Ken Clark.
I will make it say a friend is saying Ken Clark, one of the big wigs from the Britain Conservative Party, and maintaining say good economics is good politics.
That's it. You cannot achieve good politics if the economic part of your policy is hurting the ordinary people. That is not good politics. For politics to work well with people, the economic factors, has to also be solid. And yes, sir, all running politics on what grounds? So I say on the fact that the economic factor is also suffering. It doesn't achieve good politics. So man for any year, and our politicians also any year edge. So I say it is a dear what they ban about the KUMI and only good politics. So I say dear what they ban you hear na brain any all kinds of suffering. Obviously, no power there when you're there, but you didn't achieve good politics on that. And anything that Okan said, good economics is good politics, and it's true. And over here, the same way, no, young politicians, no, or more than and make us say MPP government, no, especially Mr. Furiata person, what attended this particular issue, no, because instead of you to focus on the economic part, because time or mobile power, no, most of the argument they made was on economics. It was Obekaya. Come on, they made all kinds of promises. Nani was just on economics. And you know how come say yet is council accommodate and all kinds of statements that I don't want to go into it just to gain the vote. So how come say you came, no, you are not working on that, but rather no, what you are bringing, no, sikana yet is no away. Why are we not seeing? Because it's so far, no, we've given them 6 years out of our time to bring that money now. Yet is no accommodate, no. Then why are we still borrowing? To the point is say, no, we've got to a point that they say we cannot go forward to go and borrow money again. It is saying E-LEVY. And E-LEVY no, they say, no, oh, I mean, will be and Uncle Ghana. So how does it affect us? It affects every Ghanaian, regardless of your geographical location. And me personally, I think say, if the government can do something, if he wants to raise money to boost the economy there, we can show him ways and means where we can do that. But E-LEVY, you know, one is good, it can give him money, but just for the short term, no, it will destroy everything. Yeah, for the right things, let's put the right things in place, then we can proceed with the E-LEVY. And only you never hear, but not at a point that unemployment is massive so far, no. We don't even know. You see, you know, they say, see, you know, a firman equal. Last time I checked, £1 is almost like 9 cedis. So they say, £1 is almost like 9 cedis. Where are we going as a nation? But I said there are ways how they can arrest the cedi from falling against the major, you know, currencies, you know. So why is he not implementing that? Or is there a deliberate act on this? We want to know. And yes, idea E-LEVY, you know, you can introduce it, it will not help. It will not help.
But sir, I don't know now a year about other a friend is saying a friend is saying Ken Oforiatta was with the opinion say a friend is saying your E-LEVY need 2 more. The best man you start these fantastic programs according to the finance minister. Your E-LEVY need 2 more. A friend is saying planting for food and job no so expanding no. Your E-LEVY need 2 more. Jobs for the boys and so I mean, these are some of the programs are Namia Dumna say E-LEVY 2 more. A bit me abua na asolve problems here or highlight this here.
The main question I make me bisa your finance ministers or your finance minister no, is this. Okay, if you claim say we never solve our problem, E-LEVY never solve it, then Sika Yawako Bob Obesia all these years, no. What were we doing with them, those money?
Yes, who's to say accountability and said Juma on the part of the government.
Exactly. And it's not only MPP government, and these with the previous governments, I mean successive government are running on mining. If say Ken Oforiatta say the E-LEVY is the only way forward, I bet me solve our problems here or then the money that we've been borrowing, and also they are fine. To the point as you say, no, you have say E-LEVY way, no, I dare back on the bank say the best service here, your debt.
And the senior the service here debt the never you now cast cabinet say IMF come the 5.85 billion World Bank so my 2.58 billion Ghana cedis. European Union so my $504 million. ADB so my 405.65 million. Korea for so my sika 349 million. Germany 280.99 million. Government of Ghana, government of Ghana so my 4.51 billion. Bank of Ghana so my 10 billion. And a friend is a contingency fund and so yenye 12 billion. Ni na total near 25.59 billion. Now just accountability with all these monies, no. Your finance minister and to me said it is with all this money and to me the idea here they are not E-LEVY, no.
E-LEVY will not accomplish much. We will not accomplish much with E-LEVY because while we face a Google where figures here, it tells you say E-LEVY, is just to service all these figures. So E-LEVY, E-LEVY will not give us what we need as a nation. And the bright future we seek, will not come from E-LEVY. E-LEVY will only hit people and some of the things that the economy ne grow no more, hit no more. Because small businesses will be by to say, make me say, since mobile money ever system, almost 80% of our business transactions are being done on mobile money. And just imagine say that area, if you go and you inflict this 1.7% on it. Ask yourself, what is it going to do to small businesses? In a way, you collapse small businesses just for a short-term gain. Meanwhile, we need these small businesses to work for the economy to grow. Well, it is all cars here. That's the engineer, my car, and I bet me a call. So just
yes.
Say, who engine or who cars here? Na engine na a work a marker no error no. One, a near my engine here for the car to run properly, you won't find manner. Then it means that I don't think that you really want to travel with that car. Because I won't find engine oil in goom, won't find goom, won't find that's what deprive engine from all this particular year. And that's the engine a bit break it down. And that's why that is what small businesses does to the economy. Say what the E-LEVY way that is exactly what you are doing to the economy. Now it's the economy, that be you better run it low, you better run it down to the point that be the only way out for us, say about bubbles here. But say yet is so accommodating. Now says we can identify that money and use that money to boost our economy. Then it means that there's something that is really lacking somewhere. Into E-LEVY there, for now, or cause some the bad year, it will hurt more. The purpose by which one person the ban, in the short term. In the short term, no, a disika be good, even crown and if you only young fan say watching or my passing law. Now, the 2024 and as 2025, let MPP government go out of power. The MPs say E-LEVY almost started so much for the past 2 or 3 years before they left power. Where is it at? Many assures we can account for that.
But that is what the deputy minister is saying. Say E-LEVY way there, they will ensure say they will account for every penny, every peso Ghana for the amawomo. Are you saying say just a talk, but just something won't be to me this?
You see, these people are politicians. What I say. That when it comes to dealing with economic factors, politics can only say what they want to say, or politics can only give people a picture. But in real terms, it doesn't really work per se. How many times, even media that I will say, let's use Dr. Bawumia for instance. Before mobile power, he said so many things regarding our city, regarding the economy. So what I say. So far, Bissau said when they were coming in power, where was the city, and where is the city now?
Not seed in that time na between $1 no ubenya 3 cedi 90 pesos na call 4 cedi that time no but see no 1 cedi
the cedi against the dollar no say
and then I'm 7 cedis.
Okay, so how come the cedi still hasn't been arrested from depreciation? Because Dr. Baumia said they will arrest the cedi. They will arrest the cedi. So how come the cedi is still a echo?
But I'm saying what can say me say no war position. No, so when the fundamentals are weak, no, the cedi will expose you. But then it is what logic to understand say if the fundamentals cedi no a friend is saying I want the number format that and non soon a friend is saying fundamentals no economy the national weak.
Look, we all, for instance, we all live in Britain, right?
Yeah.
They say a lot of people predicted, let's say, doom for Brexit.
Yeah.
Now, even time I passed Brexit, people were saying that the pound was going to even be more weaker.
Yeah, that's true.
We get Brexit. But what do we see? The pound is even more stronger after getting Brexit.
Yes.
Why do you think it's like that? It's because the economic factors has been taken very seriously. The Chancellor of the Exchequer focus more into even though we have Brexit, but jobs is not lacking. Jobs is still going up. Why is it that? Because the right things have been put in place, and when the right things are in place, your currency doesn't suffer. The reason why your currency suffer is because the kind of delivery deliver on the economy, they didn't do that. It's all about politics. They say if you're Ghana, they say politics in T. Look at our most institutions in the country. Our police service, for instance, the police service is supposed to be serving the people of Ghana, not political parties. And so, obi raise issue be now. It doesn't go in favor of the government and as a government official, then that person, they will go and arrest that person. So if the police service, like I said, it's a political party be about power, then they recruit the police service for themselves against the nation. But your constitution so interest, police service are supposed to be working for the people. And your government per se. Police service doesn't work for government. Police service works for the people. And why is it that says Obi, if something is lacking, that's a journalist be an answer will be the better bonting and that practice is I still don't get it. These are all infringement on our democratic rights as citizens in Ghana. And I think it's getting out of hand. Because they say, Bibi Koso, if you go and say, I'm not a politician, what you say, and most of the time,
I want to ban because minim say, MPP ba bemuno, empayinfo ba wona so se nke be ya fa wonim de ne onyansa beboa, yete kra se ye ma wo dan ma wo car kra se nka brana fa onyansa beboa because being a student of London School of Economics, you yourself being an economist, Adentina one for wonim de we ankwa
well, you see the problem is we talk about integrity here. So yes, here. And I believe more in integrity than just politics no more or Ghana no. It actually goes against my integrity because they say no credit asa our government in everything that is being done and I realized that no, it's not an area where I'm called. I can only suggest what I say on the side, but to be part of them, it takes you have to forgo certain level of integrity, and I don't think that I was prepared to do that as a Christian.
So are you saying that the Ghanaian politician is are not men of integrity?
Well, so far, they've not proven to be worthy of that because over the years, we've witnessed. And so far, I realize that those areas, it's not an area where I'm prepared to kind of compromise on my integrity. Yes, because of politics, it will not happen. So what I say. Over the years, Papa Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, when he came, he had a lot of things to do for the nation, and he had a lot of plans. But because of the same way of political or Ghana, went me achieve that aim, and even kakrebi kura with me achieve and Ghana that's what I did home. Just imagine says Anke allow Papa no money ye na dwuma si ya. And I believe say Anka Ghana Anke akwa anymore. But because of the way your political you use your political system as a tool of destroying each other, and no, so just and no, and I must say even crop for almost said your Bible any idea they have a lot of knowledge I bit in the but because of the kind of politics run Ghana and ama obiam beso beden obeba because who the bar one ensemble
because you showed you what can say a year 2022 budget year a year Ken Oforiatta the finance minister at the bar according to your own words we say Mr. Oforiatta's effort fell far short of the occasion as a recognition of political realities. Politically, the package in the budget seems adroit, which is, for another word, clever, but also lays bare the fiscal cost of a savaged economy, not just a hard hitter on the vulnerable. The question is whether his strategy is sufficient enough to confront the challenges facing the post-pandemic Ghana. The answer, I fear, is that it is not.
Yeah.
Why the fears?
Because one, the approach not the buy, and America was one policy has undermined all his plans, not the other, or the two, and that is because the whole goal of the budget not the buy and was for economic growth. What you are saying?
Yeah.
And just one policy on E-LEVY has undermined everything. I say, why ain't cutting quite come up? Na quite who nam now no akofa ketra betu ani. So they are say, sana akwakoye. San kwan no onipa bia sebe na gwenda ho no ukofa san kwan so o ba be 7 aduana obehu se waduani e ya kono bat ketre na da ni ma. Menia, say nya de obedi. What you say? Because ketre nama yen Ghana for year. Wow. It is a what me ya san kwan nyina kama. Na for wakwa fa ketra betu edim as E-LEVY. Obviously no. What's a kwan nyina? What you say? And no ebe man I face such difficulty now. Or no person or confront his challenges now make us say it will not. It fall far short because E-LEVY until say where E-LEVY if you no wa consulting economists, political analysts, financial advisors if he is able to do that, obviously we will show him a way of raising money rather than E-LEVY. That's what I mean by that. Say, okay. Because of Sa E-LEVY, because and I make sure was said from the beginning, no, Sa E-LEVY may identify was say E-LEVY affect your more no. Me identify small businesses and ordinary Ghanaians. Just imagine so person or spend usika yes why you do o person spend usika treat you who bibi. Na fe sika na o spend no o be spend no via mobile money. Na sa mobile money no because of mobile money ninti no sa sika na o person spend ma economy no e boost sa business no. Enti mia. Se nipa no on spend sa sika ni bio. Or the sika beto ni bottom. At the end of the day, one is suffer. Small business never suffer. Small business never suffer. Economy never suffer. So
Matthias now anything now this can say for you we are economic realist and not absolutely a black arts a politician.
Yeah.
Now not all refer across say Ken Oforiatta and lack the bold ideas.
Yeah.
I'll bet me a transforming the economy.
Yes, because budget was present here, last November, no. And America said, I don't think he did those consultations on before bringing the budget out. Because yes, our consultations now, Anka me assure say E-LEVY will not be part of the budget. So they say Anka E-LEVY because we have proper entrepreneurs or more Ghana, they are doing well and they want to see the country move forward. But then all these people to have come out, including economists, including name them, political analysts, they've all come out. Think tank talkers, they've all come out. So why didn't he listen, and why is he still refusing to listen to those people?
Are you saying, say, from what you are saying, I get the sense to say, I quite say Ken Oforiatta, the finance minister, on Fabuo Emma Ankran, the businessmen are. And a friend said the citizens are muti kronim sen kwonu omu nyina be dialogue adwene abom na nkomo de omu budget na ba betum sane ya Ghana fo nyina betumi aboa amayetumi tu empon e wo friend say your economy nim. Are you saying say Ken Oforiatta you be ompe say on Ghana for businessmen be dialogue anya the best out of our people ana?
I think so far he's done well. But to me, I think he could have done better or even go further by engaging all these people before bringing the budget out. That is what I think he couldn't do. But if he had done that, I mean, papa can't be any my friend. I can't tell you, what person areas are fast raise. So why is he not giving to him?
Uzu says so Uzu say or kwa amafobeka so onu kra no sa na won sheda anima de na looking at the way MPP form pay for so almost yesterday they have the money Uzu say bia ofili say obekọ ofili shy bia to him no so feel say no onim dey. I mean he's an investment banker. I mean we're being from Yale, all these accolades now Kwame Mpiani menim no Uzu said to him, he's I say, well, Meloni standard kakra.
Well, you see, this is where the arrogance of our politicians also come in, because the fact that you've been to certain institution or you study somewhere, doesn't necessarily mean that you know everything. Or mine, and any papa doing a so they say. The fact that Marco Yale, Marco Harvard, Marco Oxford. It doesn't mean that you have all answers or every answer to everything. So and Nipa na offer or say brana on trail near maybe so no. This person is more experienced than you. So say
Mr. Kwame Mpiani.
Oh yes. So say he's a man so far he's demonstrated his work through international organizations, through governments. So it is or you'll be so nipa bi sa afro sebra na so person raise sika E-LEVY is not the way forward. Now make me actual areas you should listen to it, because the man has more experience. The first went me and your mind, so that is the only thing that is lacking in his life. But every good work in terms of economics, the man have it. So why are you not hitting to that? It means that maybe I don't know why he's doing that there, but I think if he will engage all these people again, I think they will show him the way forward.
Now, who can say me say Ken Oforiatta why there? Said the sense so.
Oh, sir, in terms of let's say, in terms of sense of taking over or be taking over, I mean, we will all agree things were not that, let me say, rosy for our economy there. But so far, no, what he could have done, and also the kind of mechanism and one why he could have used to his strength, he's abandoned all those things, and that is why I make Miaka say, Oyusu Sanyemana, and he could have done better than what he's doing now. And so far, no, Osha na enyeme bia, na say a collapse ne nneɛma bi wɔ economy no anka betumi ase but otumi save saa nneɛma no otumi save saa nneɛma no
nneɛma bi te sɛ
wo deɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ some institution bi te sɛ let's say your banking sector no and after so some of these bogus businesses be not they were operating the system and it was actually bringing the economy down or no or by and this our system no and when you know some banks be a collapse and it was good said those banks no and they are men's gold all those filthy businesses are not acquired. They were all zombie businesses in our country no man
but I have a strong opinion when it comes to the banking collapse. To say bank be the say GN Bank, ne UT Bank, ne Mr. Dufo Bank. No, I am with the opinion said those banks could have been saved because they were performing well.
Yes, they could have been saved, but they were too big to save. They were too big to save because we didn't have the resources to save those banks.
Because the reason why I make us say, acquire the GN Bank, and I can speak for GN Bank because one more court, Supreme Court, just acquire fast so I collapse GN Bank. No, yam fa kwine pass so enti yan konen kotua judgment debt. For me, no, not me won't me use to say I said government spent a lot of public money at the this particular banking sector, you know, and it took away a lot from the government coffers.
I think it's the reason why those banks no were allowed to fail no, was because let me put it that way, say how most of those banks no came into existence, you know. I don't think it was through they followed the right
procedures.
And you know that's why maybe he may have considered say we should allow those banks to fail. Sorry, I say because one economically, no, we were struggling. And what mean you expect to say young Conco and family CV those banks no? See, CV banks now, it has to come from the taxpayers' pocket. And I know at that time, those banks no were in those conditions, you know. I don't think we had a lot. Remember, as a government never Apple be introduced free SHS. And free SHS no idea or manusika big. So they say and no affect your national coffers no more. If and the free HSS no affecting most of the economic factors are government no couldn't fund those areas, you know, because the person be uncle school a good idea. But now you need the proper foundation now keep it me jinaso. Sika se mu na strong. Inti ye sika nyina de kugu free HSS mu. And I feel the other part of the economy, no, and that is where I mean, finance is the brain of the economy. Well, finance is the internal says finance, no, and now say zombie banks and they affected the original bank, the correct ones now, and then we should allow those ones to fail, and that's what I think that he did the right thing. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. But I think that for me, you know, I also still have my.
Definitely. Definitely.
I know you being an economist, you know, coming from London School of Economics, one of the prestigious economics school in the world. Senior, not just me tiewa E-LEVY dey just see a G2, but you bet me finding other ways to be the abua.
E-LEVY, you know, you see what people don't realize, they say the timing of it, no, is what the finance minister should have considered. It's not a bad thing to do, but for now, it will not work for the economy. Over here, my article, me list 5 steps.
Yes, I want to person here kono. Now, you share steps are ususu say Ghana's economy will be much greener and more innovative and more balanced. And you know. To you, no dear. If you say E-LEVY, dear, it should not come in, but we should look other ways.
Yeah,
other ways necessary.
Because we share they are not really in the system. So they are there. Yet you perceive compete with the great, other nations near there. And when you look at it, you realize that all these things are lacking. And these are nuggets you need as a nation, especially a developing nation like Ghana. See, yes, I need my way. Near to me and follow our footsteps. Yes, this will be who actually this will be calm. So I say, well, Dina will be a giant. A common will be near a dinetry. And these nations are, me use you as an example in that steps. These are nations that are what? That are doing well they are the global leaders. And some of these things they have managed to implement them. And idea back say you better make the idea now, but we don't have the commitment and also the discipline to see them through. It will be a government where they are sent back or the policy way back. Now so be implement here. The following government be bano because on all your politics or person prove it your mind say where the no be abolish na fa ade ne safa. It dey bia no man no you two yenim once now say 2 steps ni aba 3 steps because of what? Politics. In this end me afa sa ni me yen anto ho a ye be koso abo and the economy will never be greener because of what? Politics. Na say yen me anhwe ni yie na ye no politics we aba me the eba na we dey okay ebia ade this thing is working for the economy. Now the government we bapa or say okay me so new law na me so me the media aba na be tutu we agu na the internet bia na we are always at the startup. We are not getting matured and seeing through our policies, and that is where the concern is. So I say, and fix the country is because of some of these things. So fix the country doesn't mean say oba. Fix the country doesn't mean say oba. Brabe abolish idea boa o mana koso no than say oba be den oba be yenye no sa de adwuma no to aso de enye no no ayi afi ho no replacing it with what will work. But so far no that hasn't been our approach. And since Dr. Kwame Nkrumah fees we still haven't been able to add. By a school, there was a line that we sing said, others have labored and we share their glory. Ours to do exploit and out to their gain. That thing has not been our practice so far. Until politicians no be about media men are about media beto. Until the air you money a year for near the Bibia Fufra beto. Ye be born where ya no material no more. No be fraba, no be for it's not helping us as a nation. And that is where fix the country for no they do more is because of some of these practices. And the thing they can criticize them, they can do whatever, but they are right. Because near my as I say we don't come and kill it. You don't kill your golden eggs.
Utu say yeah friend who face the country freedom fighters no adwuma na ye ne de adwuma pa.
Well, because so far no where we are no it calls for that voice of concern no? And that is what they are presenting to the Ghana so far. Say it's not said they are against government per se, but rather no we can do better because niema omo person yehu no any the person build on it no. It looks like if said the government, the political party, the upper government, they are not listening to the people anymore. They will only listen when there's an election. And after the election, no, they don't listen anymore. And that is where the problem is. Our politicians should listen. And that is why America say E-LEVY way, Sanko or consultee or papa. And I believe, they would have showed him other ways to raise those money in our face over here, than to use that route, because our route no for the short term no ebe more sika but economy no never suffer. So what I say ebe more sika all right but economy no better than ebe suffer because they be enam no enye sika fo nko a because bet me aga do say E-LEVY we sika fo bet me adodge ni easy o sika ni trase na so twe ne checkbook to her o bet me a tro check am obi wa dodge E-LEVY no. But the ordinary person or person use momo de ma the yen in the man. I be easy. No, say for instance, say make ya E-LEVY be charge me 50 Ghana for a particular transaction. Now say bia me 2 coin, me fa trotro, now say trotro be charge me 30 Ghana. Obviously, no. One, my dodgy E-LEVY, but at the end of the day, no, the progress of my business will be slow. So what I said. As you can afford betting your dodging easy because also can you check our trot. But the ordinary Ghanaians, no, omnebe hit. Internet true say it is a hard hitter on the vulnerable people. Because the vulnerable people no face say me mama best stopping me from traveling from Accra to Kumasi to just go and give money to people. Before now, he crank or say, okay, who hears Cabrefina Beje. He says, with the moment, quick, near. Now, so, Hono Suno, I have one economy and any other businesses never up, no, or honey, a better targeted there. Then, obviously, the ordinary people have no money to spend to boost the economic growth. And we can make us E-LEVY, no dear. For now, no dear, it's not the right the way forward.
Now, sir, Ubeka say, if the E-LEVY is not the way forward, Ghana phone tia, freedom fighters face the country for you now say yin tia, and the post could be a crowd out to say more than 80% of the Ghanaians say E-LEVY near evil levy. It's not the umbabi tia. A man for the one wants to say it's only the few. A few no so omampeni Akufo-Addo, family and friends, and some political gurus bia. Woman wo MPP mu na woman support to E-LEVY no wo se me enji ntum wa chirechire mu wa kekemu ama ye hunu sampa ensem a wo ka no eto asom na se yanje antum a na ekwan ben so ade betimi a widen the tax net because amafo bebre no say wo hwe Ghana no a the informal sector no wo mo ye carpenters ne mason ne friends some did jakra or internet so do no akra no muntia tax na wusu si ye me E-LEVY so am akwata so yentimi nya kwan yanji E-LEVY so a ochire ba fi e wo Koforudua MP ono so yentimi nya den ye betwa ye free SHS enti yanji E-LEVY intumi a wo sisi so e wo Britain yan se yanji E-LEVY intumi no ekwan ben so e de betimi aboa e de a generate other revenue. Okay,
and also still come back to the question now. First, a year me bisa any say. And it's okay. Since I will say E-LEVY amba won't mean your crime. And now bossing na no every day. Now the government, president, it's not private jet it costs more money just to go and bring money. No, that's as you can. And also I don't know how we are accounting for it because. Say yentimi accounting for those sikana then it means say yes ya brebu na say E-LEVY no e de car every ordinary Ghanaians no e cost keke for nothing na say brand e brebu it say see agi abobosia ma see apem they say ni yentimi nkofo we say wa kwaje bosia bi the only way to E-LEVY say sika ya agi no all those years no what have we done with those money figures are the two adi so far. I believe that these figures, some figures here are there to see. It can go ahead and achieve more and even much for the country, even for the short term also of country. So how can we account for those money before bringing in E-LEVY? Because what is say E-LEVY in one bit near boy and dear. Then that's the kind of the question. Bosiana question then in whose name and under what logic? Or the rationale behind borrowing all those monies. We want to know. So so if it's a E-LEVY is the way forward. And now those he can yakoko JJ and also a fine. Well, in this year, Nino correct. Nasi ya ma or minor or mana yebuno and ye NDC ni MPP or mine. A Ghana mine. It is a woo of mine near the Wabe to near the Wabe see us as leaders. What you do, you work with the people, the stakeholders, all those businesses. Near you engage them in everything that you do. And not at home, what you say, Rishi Sunak and Downing Street and drafting and farm better parliament. No, before we do parliament, Now we're consulting everybody that all the stakeholders are the affected. We're consulting more than answer or the other. Or they by the parliament, they will just give their opinion and at the end of the day accept it and move on.
Are you suggesting we have a lazy minister?
But I'm not saying that. The American said he should do another consultation on this E-levy before even crown. So on the Burma Parliament, but saying a crowd, I said we have other people who are sitting there asking say he should come and they will engage. They want to engage with him and solve the problem together. That's a BB said. I think say it's not the right thing to do.
Into this, the way forward, NSA.
The way forward, NSA, the government will listen to the people. The people is governing. Other than that, Nadia, the people the government is governing are the right people. They need to consult in bringing certain policies out. No, I think say it will work because when engage you man for so they say or you are for hospital or you are for a better doctor and say me have me answer a doctor then I prescribe you a drug. But in this area, doctor ain't me feel when man can say, oh, me feel when man me face a headache in the drug. That be I
don't think government. Sorry, senior semi minchawano. Now I don't think government so they about a town hall center engagement here. Umuko na no muko kuforu dia ya. Freedom fighters face the country. One of our conveners called Hokrano Kubisa question say, what a year E-levy on under which tax and a folly. Yentimienya and some papabia answer papabia free a finance minister no. Enti anya man for ya no mudidi hunkomo.
Yeah, but what the amount for the hunkomo no say amount for no they have a certain voice. So they are here in a form of media, in a form of economists, in a form of what do you call it? Political analysts, political scientists, all these think tanks. That's why they are there. They are there not because of it. They are there as a voice for the people. The people can speak, but at the end of the day, you fall back to these institutions and let you or even assist you in surging forward with whatever needs to be done. And yes, they are over engagement. Yes, it's good. To the opposite way, but at the end of the day, they don't have the answers for you. The answers come from the think tanks and all these people. I mean, on the table. Okay, this is what I intend to bring in. What do you think? Let them also build their consensus on whatever you are presenting to the nation. Other than that, Nadia, what about the they will create so far. Maybe who say Ghana or the only thing they do is to criticize this, especially the politicians, is to criticize it, but they don't offer any solution. But the solution comes from these people now, stakeholders. If so, bet me I engage you, they will help build our nation. And this idea, and you bear politics after politics after politics near the better ban. Oh, you feel say E-levy Burma is council no minor. E-levy now it's not some of different tax. You say if he's setting say E-levy is the way forward. I'm telling you, sir, Otna. You better go for before the cancer. Sadi and young farm back or mining kuyi. It's not Yakofa E-levy a better. It's not E-levy. So what is he doing? Because the fundamentals, we are not getting it right, and the approaches too are not being approached properly.
Young Shadio, I'm saying in your article, I'm making sure so you call the attention to some 5 steps. A bit to me. Starting from a year CCM to end unemployment crisis and address our fiscal deficit. But me, I could come kakra ama I
think that one in area of your friends employment, I think that the government has not done much. So they say because you say unemployment is our biggest issue. What you say, acquire so or one it na Ghana and on unemployment. See it meet Tisadi if you are the Aka Naya Homa. So you say unemployment, they say Yes, strength pa ewo Ghana any day. Any agriculture, meboa. You know me agriculture. So why can't we use agriculture to our advantage? Yes, 14 year months still we are not getting the best out of it. Why? It's because the government thinks and no be a person in office. No, she see. Ne say, what break so in him say Ghana no. Yen strength pa ye any agriculture. Ekuafo. They said, me no ka say, Ekuafo ni bi kura some of the roads are more fast with the fuom. They say bridges cross some the crossing so be the and no baeba. Need me a year. They are all not there. The answer they be a bubble sing say the baby boo your mind. Ain't he say no sani man who build the road, who build the schools. Sani man no it boost employment. Infrastructure I see here. Ye sika na ye hu de yes sir. Enti employment na ye can employment until say government are working out the number of people that are out of work or Ghana no I restore say o man ye be adwuma no si anye no sadia first step no ye nya no writer the rest of the four na aka no menia ye nko anim because you see kase nyina no see no ejina agriculture na nanka me face say anka se government sika wakwa or ye gigi as Bosnia ni ade no se ye dey focus on agriculture I believe say anka na ye ni say ye me no mienu ye ti ha ye di E-LEVY hu abobo because that area no nko ano the government may pretend say okay yeah hwem de but we haven't done enough. We've not done enough.
Not just say agriculture ya okay so ana ono so person obomodi ana obedi president na just to say ne agric sector no ministry no sheda mbo won homodine na emomodi ana ke emie mumom na ye nhye mukina
agriculture there because ye won sase I bet be a year full and the government knows it. He knows that look, this is our strength, one of our area of strength.
Let us say, what's the policy of Kwame Nkrumah by 1958-59? Our car said, say about mining in Kwadia, the only thing about said we should do underground mining, but yenja is surface mining, no, and me surface mining, no, we should leave the land, no, the find any agriculture. Now, to me make sure say, bet me a yesika, I agree, near to me grow what we eat what we grow. Na the one yet me at the export to say anka those days nka beti oboase anka the dead nanka sugar cane this annual mano it used to say nka be kra no a ene asasi su na ye galamsey asese ni nyina no used to say nka enjai surface mining no ne focus more on agric ne hunu the kind of cash crops and now say a friend is saying no buy a bit me dua a bit me di a foreign exchange ko bit me dia kwa ma na akoton near the foreign exchange abre.
I think that he was right because Dr. Ren, what shall me no me near tip room hay. Say train nam yase, me boy.
And no correct.
Train nam yase, if you know tea, ye damn train nam yase giddy. But how come say train nam yase so yet me si dan yesi so? So they say. It is a Kwame Nkrumah say underground mining, no, that is the right thing to do because yeah mining and fan say and sa debi. You be your mind no they achieve any at the same time no you be saying you see and sas no e dia ye mfu achieve ye sikase so they say and na Kwame Nkrumah kan ye no and that is exactly what Kwame Nkrumah no so ma be sua dia abochire and they saw what was going on and nothing no be kan sas no because obi betimi aye train kwan afa nansas yase obrekwan at the same time also dey see a school dining other industries then you know say as I said that hono and yet the only way I media achieve is just galamsey baby who bet me use as I say they achieve nyama bebre that's if you know how to use it but because we don't know how to use our lands no anything here so
and then pa problem is it as a result to say ye hunu say we ko agric mu a say wunye nipa bi say wan ko school bi Agric de sebio nkurasefo adwuma no wo mo ye enu ntinya krachefo adwuma na krachefo adwuma ne se yakobɔ tie na ene me friend ye modern day susu collectors ni akotena bank ni abɔ tie ni agigi nkofo sika we are sure say because of some stigmatization we Ghana for do no atum say me koye kwia de a na je se manko school na je se menye krach ni enti no yenjan ma eye yenuanu mu asebio omo nkurase no mo nye sa adwuma.
So one say short na comes as a result of short-sightedness. Because say inside video no mean sa e be no mean nka ye papa.
Stomach Sankara na kan see who feeds you controls you.
Exactly. So yes, Chroma me no no. Ye mi say won say sikafo ati Chroma pa no omne hefo ekuafo. So yes, ekuafo because of the value or minor a place you on ekuafo so no. And ne Chroma me no oku ani betimi ato dan 10 at a go. I will be at office into me even I best struggle for years to buy one. Because or minor a place value on ekuafo so. Why can't we do the same? Then if we say ekuyadwuma no nkrutufo adwuma or this will be our school ekuyafo ati Chroma nyina ya graduate
yansu ekuyafo ide ye ma best farmer ekuyafo award na akofa bicycle na akofa fertilizer bottom yenu bi na ye de aba be si ne nche na enso ba abrochira ye frem UK ya ye agric tech innovators wo Chroma ha enti agric no ye the technology so aba be bata ho.
Exactly. My point in say, yenim we nyina, why can't we do the same? Why can't we do it? Then ye kuya for ye use that stigma in fiho. Such as here. Now ye encourage farming. Hwe moa ye wo Ghana, ye wo point ye wo nwan ye wo nantwie. Hwe ko no fa hwe nantwie gu ho. I believe the government bet me a big boost this area no crowd milk is sending idea and now make sure ideal milk I produce and go for the to Facebook and social media. I say arable. And then you want them you want livestock and so still you struggle with milk.
Now just who can employ some media my main friend I the beef innovators of the year award when we winning with UK now the golden awards ni come the Skelly Farms the Messrs the Davidson mo now share a silver winner and also come Louis Tudor the Upper House Farms now there's what to say you come on there because dairy system be produce milk now can supply fresh milk Ghana ni akwada
2004 you will Chroma and Anthony Blair ABA border will Chroma say EU nationals in Naeden Emra. I didn't know yes sir because now who said the area of farming no they needed people because farming cost but young profua a bear said man and mobile mining no they got jobs because of farming. So they say they all got jobs because of farming and Chroma. And no buy a fool I mean, who come Midlands what? Omina ko omina adwuma ye. Bien or be a border no, it's not just for people to just migrate per se. Only na oye. Say area of agriculture no. And only one of our strength in TB young crop no enya. Yen be ma ho mra ho no ba ombe say adwuma no. And I'm bound so be by any hu de course. Omunfuo ni omo farming eyi na boost yema. You may not take Chroma. See any sase ne ade e te se ne Ghana no. Enso hwe nnuane ayedi.
Enso de bi enya mango di. Oh see.
Aduaba bia wadi bi Ghana bia wo bisa wo benya bia di wo Chroma. Enso hwe omo sase. Omo empo ano no mo tie o. Arsasi we island. E planeta next year. It's what akui asem ne ade no ecosystem you say you savannah areas so we say minia and you
nigga say farming no you can farming no am for feel say be a yakwa efom ya do banche no nko but farming no so it comes with packaging, it comes with transport system, it comes with a friend is saying export system, it comes with a whole lot ana and also kwa boa ma mebru ne mabawa ne wo krom no aside so benya adwuma ye no so no one more health no becomes their wealth because
exactly it's in a metro say from the beginning make us say ade no so wo no owo ne da wonya twa owo ne ti ade aka nyina ya homa say it mean yes higher strength way right meaning ade di a tre nyina e be fa ne easy because e no na be mai sika me akoye ni more so yes because they say no ye de na ne gold ne ne afuo ye no they say ye gold in so they say no so ya de ensem
na just say gold asemi a wo kan in 1972 73 74 kutu a champion by ya obehunu say president abakodi na beton yensa asiama the greater a percentage of shares no akodi a foreigners no ama kutu a champion e de friend is saying emre bi buy ama ye gold no ye sika na yenya wo mu no afi ye benya more than 55% na ekoma a aban no kutu a champion 1979 wo free so liman buy no wo hye nneoma ajato Rollins buy no so be di as the head of state no wobeton ton gold no ma gold your friend is saying your revenue ade enya wo gold no so tea be do be 20 something percent na Rollins free so kra de na number 15% ko form be na mimu a na just say abeba be do be 3% e be do na no bi kra de no otum for kra say Anglo Gold Ashanti kra de ton $1 1 pound. Now, as I would say, the leadership no one can say woman no, we concentrate on a certain particular aspect of a chrono. See into gold, no fan call amanoni foreign revenue. But you will never be brave. Bet me a was suprampa. It can even generate more money for us than even gold.
So, and American inwardly, no, we should look inwardly. Say the every baby no, a war. Ade ba kwa na Akufo-Addo kan ya mete na ase wo ho no was the first year tiscans were come there no but ade ba kwa one area medete na ase no eno no but say ye tiscans so e come there no ho e na medete papa na say up to extent but as to how to bring it out to help us no ho no na am say o ma feel kakra so ti ase and no so ti ase because san ye ma nyina wo Tanya may now, I then a TB, your good near oil near dear. Never far other foreign nation never be boying, but almost banswa percentage kit one at the mine, no more for the Indian.
And now, who can be who can be what a year will point him say. Yeah, should be a young city and Kodano, a friend is saying, well, a Greek in Semu, I mean, a friend is saying technical, a vocational name. Also, you say, educational sector, and also can be intina. Yet to be close to name the parts of a tree, but you enjoy the importance of that tree.
So, one was a Nina educational system, no, because we Ghana. The part of the population now are educated, no, very small. Even as at now. So I say, which the amount many kakra was the fact that free HSS was introduced. Now I was thinking, say, a bit me akwa ni mama akwa boa your friend is saying universities now my extending it to university level. And cannot be boa because from 18-year-olds to 30-year-olds, no, not many of them are able to make it to the tertiary level. And no so can because if some will be back full, but the knowledge of a 4 year no is just to say maybe a bantini a grown quadia. You see, said the knowledge of a 4 year no, you lack more. So but Senipanat me, I educate you to that level, no. Obon say me year for na minimum what I intend to achieve in terms of farming. Say me year more minimum. And yet more say oh me year more na say bro nya so no bi pa akoko kum na na say obi pe odwe kum na abeto ba akoko kum ma koton ba ako eno no enye the rationale behind farming. No. Farming, no, there's higher, there's broader behind farming. And not Britain. Or maybe to say Britain, America, China. It's a China for right me about business in the beer cocoa. If you Ghana for him, or beer cocoa crossing. Ebane saying, because we have abandoned that area now, a bit why no more. Say now, I'm watching us open E-LEVY. No, Okuania no wakwaye nefu abibika kraba. A opeso de ba na afi kwan ko de edi begusu aba. Na sa kwan ni ho ebi otwa kwan na ebi aka bi eso ano ba yi akwa to river bi na river bridge ni so. Eno ba na be ba na say emba. Emba. At the end of the day, no, because the education behind the farming, no, is not there. So, and so you see go ho. Abrofo correct me figure na be you see and say the ye niema. E ye mfuo. Say be ye betimi de aboa man ye boost. Omo be ya no de ko. Na ye so yete wona kom de ye. No, say obedi banche kra ne ade a. Me sure say Ghana ne bo.
Say Gary yeah, friend is say import Gary na.
Mania. Me say boarding house days. Ye nja Gary did that. Yeti kroma na say di Gary.
And nanwa COVID-19 iba na China for started say womo produce Gary na womo Gary dia ma the foreign friends students and no womo China no muntumi come back to womo krom to say Nigeria and Ghana no. Omahunu say na source of aduane a omotadie Gary because it sustain them. And then the government na what China no but more than no say cassava industry ni and almost started so we package Gary and as see the bi kra ne say abeso Ghana for so China for money Gary di ba Ghana na just say hard ni senior and ma be na wo ho to say yeah ebetumi aboa rather than say beji E-LEVY no atum ebusuafo na meka say ene enua KUMI yes senior yeti o
the na American say one was education no one and agricultural industry which is one of our main strengths no and no see it mean your way writer the aka nyina no ahoma ye be fam easy so they are say into government is what implementing free HHS on to us money to university level and no be more. We are not just looking for basic education. We are looking for proper education, something that will educate our people more. So that when we are approaching any policy, we know say we are well educated about it, and then we will be able to achieve much about it. This is where we are. Oh, your financial sector be boosted fast. Because one, you be bank investment banking because we should have a national investment bank no. And no we afford a benefit to more and our small businesses. Sit minya we see what I'm telling you, so my no yembre. Because I see kaya ya kwa jiji nyina no. Sanketi me dia establishes our national investment banks na make na. Nka one say small businesses in here sika omba beji loans na eden. They will access these funds for their businesses. Ekuafo hia sika say de beye niema bia and also they will come to the same so it as now the government no on
behind investment bank that the national investment bank or they just see
I want to say our bank no why is it that still if the bank no is really serving is it really serving the interest of Ghanaians and I say it's just serving something else? That is what we should ask ourselves. That is what we should ask ourselves. Yeti Kromha, Emma David Cameron Bad 2010. Ebe establish a universal credit. Universal credit no establish it with a real bank. Or buy a zombie banks are bringing and what he did was he didn't abolish them. He actually broke those big banks now. Threaten or mine or breaking into pieces. So they say to the point say Obia Hesika. Even though Oma be raising interest rate there, but Ekuafo Hesika, they know where to go to. Ghana and swear. Ghana swear. Ye kuafo hia sika, where do they go to? Omukakra na eda ho no, no asakwaji loan ato so na ya charge no. Enti obeye afuo na wie no, no mu no struggle. Because that national mechanism is not there. See, it will be why is it not serving the nation? And you see E-LEVY need a way forward. It's not the E-LEVY is not the only way forward. It can serve you in the short term, but in the long term, no. Meaning, economy no never suffer. And next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, we will be sitting here. We will still be asking ourselves, into E-LEVY from the buy and so fast one at the end. Yeah. It's your strength card here. You fool you. And I insist that we shouldn't waste those lands. Says near Magalansi and share those days. Unum mipomunsu a wild tinede. And so they say, Sansu never end you because Galansi are fast and swooning. Now, no matter your price is ye importing so and sending animals.
Uko Jubilee House, me breaking story. The best in the President Akufo-Addo nene pam from Bambi year no. One more crowds you every year UK in America.
No, it shouldn't be like that because Nyamishira Ghana with Insuo. Insuo Mipomunsu, one of the best water bodies you can ever have as a nation. Those you know see yes we are not really helping ourselves.
Obi atwemi adwene akọ agricultural development bank no cry say no cry so cry no adentina what's the purpose cry because I know so solely to say betimi aboa the agric a friend is saying ama yenuanom akuafo so etumpon
agri development bank since a buy no dem bisa say what is it just the name on it and now say a ba akuafo
nigga say ya to ni di mum na enso the purpose ne dey serve for the purpose
na me ba so ti ase that's what agri development bank obi din wa capture just to boost his business but the bank the rationale behind that bank no any dey because say am pass agri development bank eba say e be boa Ghana mind there why is it that still our farming industry is struggling? How come say small businesses are Ghana ebre? You see a monster. I never see E-LEVY and never solve a problem.
Wow. Senior, the crack no, I would no crano. It's been very educative, very enlightening. I mean, I've enjoyed the conversation. What will you say to the hundreds of people out there who are sharing all over the world?
I think it's one. Mummy who said, "Oh my God, and a yin idea." So I say, see a two abani ye politicians, ye politicians, and so remedy him. And that's the end to me, we are my own. Ye bet me a woman, but maybe I don't hear. Be him near boo money, anything elected politicians from remedy him. And this year elected politicians from remedy anymore. Sa politician no, almost say Ghana no, and Yanadia, yin idea. Disobey beer at least. Unconsulted the various stakeholders in the name institutions I bet Buama or Mana Cosono. Making sure some be consulted on those answer on the South policies number. And yes, idea. Akwai say yakonya o mind is autocracy enso democracy inti say democracy ada na kabi mamin kabi amemwo no yes na obi kokasa na yakoche no police ni enchi obi because wahu ade bi na say enye na okoka yes police abechi no eno no enye police no they are not serving their purpose on that police ni waduma ne so obebo manfo ho ban na de enko yie no waboa na de ato yie ndi so obi ehun bibi se enko yie se bi obi akwa wi ade na so o kan o radio station so ana se na se police ne sima akwachi say ni pan because obi awi ade na waka na se police no enye o manfo adwuma na oye pese o serve nkrofo bi ana so kromfo na obo ye nkro no ono na obo ne ho ban na enya omanfo ne mu pese and or serve you. Ain't no media me free say E-LEVY no ade edi sika beba, but in the short term no ebe mo sika ba, in the long term no emwa oman no emane nko anim se ne yepe. Ain't no media me free say so Mr. Kenofuriata obetimi a empanimfo ato nsa frɛ no ama ne hint so on the ombra no mbekire na kwan bi ebetimi de raise sika no onti o manum asem na se sebe o bra o mo asiti obi advisor e no nkyerɛ sɛ onim de adwane no na mo de o mo de na ye de ka ne de na wo no ho so de ase E-LEVY no o matna ye nyina atna ase hu sɛ for the short term no de be mo sika ba long term no emwa ma de obeka kyerɛ sɛ obe achieve for Ghana no ebebem in this one frɛ sɛ beti o manum se ma frɛ sa stakeholders yi nyina etna se yi asem fi parliament na mo montnas no mo nkyerɛw ti obi anum asem businesses entrepreneurs ne economists political analysts ne all the think tanks e wo Ghana onti o manum asem na so timi ti a ono obo hu sampa sɛ E-LEVY no yebetimi di aba but enye sisi yebetimi di aba da action na ye nyina ebe boa ye nso enti de metimi aka na no sɛ Mr. Furiata ewom sɛ wo boa wo ye adwuma de adwuma na eden adwuma eda de na so na eden pa ene me nada because Ghana man state ye wom no it will take a certain bold but path now what we take is here no in terms of E-LEVY ne de for now no on fan to ho na that bia na se yetimi build akoye ni me gina na so ba bi dia then you bet me the E-LEVY number na eno so abeboa but se ne de sa covid yi mu yen recover am fi pandemic yi mu no san the E-LEVY abeto ho de a yen koye ni masem na
yo busianfo de mombo amne nda our brother senior KUMI OWUSU ANSAH senior we de yebeda wase na me say abre nyina no so no bibi che ya adwene a why economist yi de ye no obedi di ho enkomo. Thank you so much senior.
Thank you.
We senior KUMI na yete ne nka no what's that chance no mi na amaye hunu senior tie amaye hu bebi a e friend say Ghana ye sikasem no ejina de entia E-LEVY no animani ya ne de enye no say ebeji atum ye ditum kra no in the long term no emwaye enti ebeya the finance minister no on involve all the stakeholders na sebi omuntie a friend is saying ontie stakeholders no asem no say obra won ase na wutie wo mo a eno nkyere sebi waton wani monyam bi ana waton nyansa bi na mom no ebeboa ama wo man Ghana no akọ enanim esi wonso mi eno ene nipa enti abusuafo madam nyina amase se mo ba ye mo hweye mo amo YouTube so mo amo a friend is saying Facebook so all the other social medias are more handles are more no better nyina amase nyame adom so ochina so we'll be live on a friend is saying multi TV Apple 68 Ghana any part of the country I want to provide so we use a multi TV decoder and quantity ubehunu Dr. Ren was so now Nigeria Togo I mean the West Africa region there we tune in Apple 68 FM wa ubeten semwa was so now me add much now so I have an important guest and so at the amount men ko baby make sure say they be American who Ghana just think right, act right, and do right. O mino ebeko n'animu a na free me ne wumi enu. We hear a kuro a friend UK a team the Britain a team kuro ne tumpon wa a mebunu ne maba wano any leaders at tikrum no and who decided said this is what they want. They had a vision for their people and who determined that they will work towards that particular vision. What was the vision? The vision is that they wanted to eradicate poverty, eradicate a friend is saying cholera, diseases, and other things, and ensure so they will empower the youth so that the youth will have a befitting life. Send a woman to quite free English, a crosso and Ghana and South Africa. It was a deliberate attempt to make sure say their people years to come they will not friend is saying gallivant around the world in search of greener pastures. And when you say obroni to me here they are yensu ye betimi aye abakwasam kire say ye sha ase no nyene ye dinkanfo dinkan ehyehyɛ abrabɔ no ye de bia ya meka ade tumi ho ade wawa me ho sɛ emra Ghana enya ye friend say motorway na the United Kingdom na ye ni motorway obi se me boa wonfa na education bra na ye momode a na yedidi ho nkomo emra Ghana nya ye friend say motorway no na UK UK United Kingdom Dr. Remy team no no mu ni motorway oti ase aha I know tell say ye dinkan ye bi because we came together to build a nation. And I know sacrifice, any leadership sacrifice, no, ebim any hobim. Ebaya, obesia, yes, the majority of Ghanaians, no 70% a Christopher. They be able to say, Ochna, sorry, preaching message be na wo pastor be preaching. A message a de bia fa osikabra, me siesie na me de wakọ heaven ko ana, there be osra yemam no ebekọ no, ayesi etiesie o man so, ne yensu enuanom ne yem maamenom ne yem manom adacho meba after us no, they will also enjoy the labor ya fighting ama wo no. Yesu o man ni be ya na free, me ne wo mienu. Na enso se o man ni be ye no susu na free, me no mienu dia. Leadership has to lead because leaders are agents of change. Followers can only aspire and become like leaders. But the leadership, they should ensure they will become agents of change. They should give us the roads. They should give us the infrastructures. They should give us the development that we so desire and so need. They should create the enabling platform. Thanks so much. God bless you. Till we meet again. Now may catch us. So what chance Accra Hearts of Oak. Any Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Wow, Messi Ghana need a chrono every day. We chrono. Many Jimwa, many Krobia, many Jimus in Ghana. Many Krobia, many with all respect to Great Britain, I said you have one me, I'm Jimmy Park, I must say you Bibika creating me, but to Meba and Semuno. Look, I love Great Britain, but if you tell me Ghana, no yet the greater love in the Emblema of my Ghana. And the Ochana, I'm Paya Beja Kumasi and Crabontain, so I had the Porcupine Warriors. I have Kuma Pima Pemba. I will say, man, I see you come. One money, a friend is I see for the team. No, the similar I didn't be team. I don't know about you. Maybe team, lady. Remember, come. Aba be make sure say be di agrono yani Kumasi aye Kumasi Asante Kotoko me na bisa me say de bia me na ka say me o se aden na we yanzimani na we yanzima Kotoko na wo free oyoko abusuam na wo support Accra Hearts of Oak and I'm say your team papa mame what I say team papa I don't know there is no other team be that I say what na there be quiet and don't be silly moko park wa ye kwa kwaji ye nyantopa. What do you say? Ebesho Kumasi Kotoko. Ebesho mu 3-0. Intino. Moko wa mamu ko kwe. Ebesho wa mama fine girls we mu nyina no wombesu. Fine girls we mu nyina no china no wombesu. Because yes you fine girls e wo ho. What do you say? Nti ochina de. Enwom a ye nyina ye beto. Ye wia, ye wini wia, enwom e beto no. Congratulations, you know, China watching there, Mrs. Stadium, government, and so government, ama fans, or say 30,000. Government is a COVID-19. Bet me make sure say de share at work. I bet me afa a year friend is 30,000. Bet me a ball ni be. Okwa be decent. What you say? Okwa think right, act right. And my friend say do right. And you have na be kona pure water now. They are to baby. Men ko yes sir. Because me say house of folk for yentisa. And I'm Kumasi Asante Kotoko so tesa. Let's come enjoy ourselves, play good soccer. Let's go home. But phobia there, no size. Mr. Phobia, no there. Wait. The size anyway. Wait, the size anyway. Wait. Wait. Or buy way original way. The size any. The size any. Or buy way. No one for way original to say you come up. The size any. The size any. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much. Enjoy your weekend wherever you are. Until we meet again. It's still on. That's why any painful editing come up. Sure, said by Monday, dear. God willing. You better sempa. But face the country, the freedom fighters, you really feel because a buying person or train person or divert attention. Munkai who say, ye the Jane Mensa court. Munkai who say, ya petition president, I'm a president, I got to see Jane, Chief Justice in him. Yen some of I face the country conveners, ye can in say. Yen some I can in say, Sancho Kofi, Akpafu, Lipe, Lolobi. They are without a representative in the House of Parliament. I don't see Jane Mensa, Wanyana Jumayi, into in Sinche. Number 2, yes, also say, your friend is saying, a Ghana no way, Timino, E-LEVY no, and no dear, and the economists are better now, watch that to them, young Jin to Mune, young Jin to Wichna. It is a witness a million A+, yet damage control beer, Monsini who, young Jin to Muchna, economists are better now, watch that to them. Say a G2 long term no affected. What solutions are what Wakacha said we should create a Ghanaian investment bank to facilitate the investment into what infrastructure, support good small businesses struggling to access funding and provide capital for export industries. And Osama number 2, or say set and achieve a goal of having 60% of 18 to 30 years old in university, higher level vocational learning or apprenticeship by the year 2035. Growth depends on improving our skill base, not what condemning our population to long-term unemployment with a failure of not having future jobs fund in place. 3, deploy the public sector to invigorate local economies by maximizing the multiplier effect of public services. What I say, holding back the building schools for what? The future. It's not just bad for education. It will hit construction jobs too. Number 4, focus on what? Increasing productivity and quality of work in low pay, low value sector of the economy. And number 5, pursue an individual strategy for the 21st century, marshalling the state's tools for procurement, regulation, planning a better taxation strategies that will attract the private sector where it is needed most. And this is what Mr. KUMI Owusu Ansah Etu Eja. Ebusiafo, Madam Nyinama say, and thanks once again for coming, sharing, and hopefully, God willing, 2 p.m. tomorrow, I will come your way with another fantastic program. Yes, Asiphobia against the Porcupine Warriors. Intinyami Ademwa, what's na fina when you're but more than your ladies, women in Ababa, Konako Shebi. Thank you. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever and ever. Freedom and justice.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away.
On a besoin,
wo omampanyi na Akufo-Addo
menim nya dia me oga me menim ka bo se omampanyi wo Ghana kroma bi se Akufo-Addo no pa na luka cho e bi apisi papa e bi aso no de oni mo bi sa we de me ji di
unim se wo omampanyi e friend na Akufo-Addo enti okay omampanyi o hwe yeso ye friend say
e hwe yeso
yeah
Ghana obi a hwe obi so obi so wo Ghana kroma
Mr. Adiebi. Ya water. Efifi. Ya tete. Ya hata. Ya boba. Ya rolly. Ya rolling, ya light it,
unim say wo omampanyi na Akufo-Addo
menim nya dia me oga me menim ka bo se omampanyi wo Ghana kroma bi se Akufo-Addo no pa na luka cho e bi apisi papa e bi aso no de oni mo bi sa we de me ji di
unim say wo omampanyi e friend na Akufo-Addo enti okay omampanyi o hwe yeso ye friend say
e hwe yeso
yeah
Ghana obi a hwe obi so wo Ghana kroma
na sawote konkoya na trafa samaba
Enum Japan, they know nyam star. Minim say minim with your men dada. I'm killing you softly with just a smile. Opa bring it ever I made tata. Yes, I'm a pukana me miss your coat. Obi Becca, yes, I just so be smokes. And yes, you done cry, yeah, vote. Wish I'm rough hey, for your own betterment. Hot like fire, just say she sit to peppermint. Sister family money, tell me blind slice. No, please, I'm a little friendly. And Bobby will buy clubbing every day. And been them cry to pigeons, sing NFL, Eddie Blade. Why you find Boko set double part you find sing phobia Nicotoko. Open bro for sing Bama or for second hello, my name is Kennedy. Do you still remember me? Someone you know, Ube Germany, my papa. Charlie, what do you know? Why? Feeling nice, wild, chilling nice styles, we mini my drive. My mommy, I love when we catch it, me red white. Mini now bring that when you can I said the guy has a red eye. Say what? VIP, where you at? What's up, me why? Say what? Say what? Brian Side, shake it, boom, move, Brian Side. Oh, Brian Side, and you hear me, Brian Side. Brian Side, shake it, boom, move, Brian Side. Oh, Brian Side, and you hear me, Brian Side. VIP man sign, you shake the stereo. Now the Bobby pay it, no fuck up it.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See who fights and run away.
God is our fighter. God is our fighter.
Yakataza, uhelele busungu madoda lenda E-LEVY.